All right, all right. Well, welcome. It is Friday, uh, the February the 5th. My name is Rodney Gillette. I am the president of the Rotary Club of Colorado Springs, the most outstanding Rotary Club in the Pikes Peak region. Give yourselves a hand. We are here. You made it. This is great. You all look beautiful in your squares. It's good stuff. Welcome to Black History Month. Black history is old stuff. Why are we talking about it? Because it's still happening. People are still breaking glass ceilings by being the first in 2021. We celebrate this month because so much history about Black people in America is overlooked, disregarded, mocked, erased. Pick it. How do you find out about this missing history? You have to want to learn about it. For some, it's a way to enlighten yourself to better understand all the people in your world. For others, it's an annoying month that you can't wait to be over so we can all move on from hearing about all the Black stuff. For the only people to have been enslaved in this country, this month is a chance to tell the stories that are lost. Not just the stories of pain and suffering, but the stories of love, excellence, brilliance, success, and victory. We can't ignore these stories. It's a part of the history of America. When people talk about the good old days, who are they good for? What was good old days for some was most certainly not good old days for others. Let's talk about alligator bait for a second. There was a time when Black babies were used as alligator bait. A Black baby was snatched from their family and dangled in a cage as alligator bait. Those babies would scream and cry, which would attract gators so they could be caught and processed as food. You might get a chance to reuse that bait, but sometimes those babies didn't make it. Those gators would rip those poor kids apart. Black lives didn't matter a whole lot back then, and you can't move past that evil until you acknowledge it and understand its impact on those past and future generations. But despite all that, we still managed to get here. Our words of inspiration next week will come from the Cartoon Network and will address why you don't learn about this history in your K through 12 history education. But today, I am honored to have my good friend all the way from the city of Colorado Springs, Danielle Summerville, to give us our words of inspiration. Danielle, please introduce yourself and inspire the people. You have the floor.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that lovely introduction. As is mentioned, my name is Danielle Summerville, and I am the Community Diversity and Outreach Programs Manager for the City of Colorado Springs. And I am just thrilled to be with you all here today. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the Rotary Club and Rodney for inviting me to speak. Service to others really sets Rotary apart, and I thank each of you for your continued commitment. As Rodney stated, this is Black History Month. So welcome to Black History Month 2021. This Black History Month is much different than previous Black History Months. In 2020, we saw the past clash with the present and force us to redefine the future. But where there is light, there is hope. Black History Month can be traced back to historian Carter G. Woodson in 1915. His intent was to promote achievements of Black Americans. By the 1960s, the concept expanded into what we now know as Black History Month. This afternoon, I would like to reflect on the concept of flight as we talk about Black History Month. This was inspired by me attending your flight fundraiser last year. I was enamored by the beauty and the variety of the beautiful butterflies that you auctioned off. When you think about Black History Month, we tend to think about Harriet Tubman, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Thurgood Marshall, and Colin Powell, all who are Black and have extraordinary achievements. But today, I want us to think about you and me as we are being part of Black history, because Black history is American history. Please join me on USA Flight 2021 with a final destination to the future. We will begin boarding our flight with our first class and premier members boarding first. Please feel free to choose any seat you would like. Once you are settled, we will begin boarding our other sections. We will now welcome Group A passengers. Take your assigned seat so that we can continue boarding our other passengers. Now we are welcoming our final two boarding groups, B and C. We understand that most of the seats left are in the middle. Please take your seat as quickly as possible so that we can depart on time. But don't worry, even though you were the last to board, we have your baggage and it is safely placed in the cargo area with the other passengers' baggage. For the safety of all on board, please buckle your seatbelt and remain seated. If you must get up and walk the aisles, please remember that you need to be mindful of other passengers, as we only have one aisle for the free exchange of ideas for the passengers on board. If you've been, I've just been informed that our in-flight entertainment system is out of service for this flight. We encourage you to spend the time getting to know the passenger seated right beside you. Good afternoon once again. We are approaching our final destination. I hope that the beauty of this flight reminds you of the beauty of those butterflies that were auctioned off during your event. I hope that you have gotten to learn something new about your neighbors. And while each of us sat in different seats on the plane and had a different vantage point during the flight, we all took off and landed at the same time and at the same location. As we celebrate Black History Month, please remember that history is being made every single minute. The achievement of Black people is the achievement of all people. Black history is American history. Thank you.
I love it. That was perfect, Danielle. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your time. And thank you for coming to bring that word of inspiration to us. I love the flight. Good flight.
Yeah. Thank you for joining me on this flight. And I hope we all continue to stay connected on this flight and get to know passengers who you didn't know before, who may not look like you, but we all share the same destination.
Awesome. Thank you so much, my sister. I appreciate that. That was great. Fantastic. Next, we will have, if you wouldn't mind, to please stand for Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. In the four-way test, in everything we think, say, and do, we ask ourselves, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Now, next up is our song of the day. And I am very, very proud to introduce my other friend, Miss Rachel Stovall, over there at the Slide radio station. I see you with your mic ready. My sister, would you please give us our song of the day and tell us what it is and why it's so important? There we go.
Perfect. This is Lift Every Voice and Sing, affectionately known as the Necro National Anthem. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven bring with the harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the evening sky. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun, let us march on till victory is won. Lift Every Voice and Sing was written in the early 1900s by James Weldon Johnson and his brother. The song was written and presented at a special event specifically to honor the Emancipation Proclamation and the architect of that, Abraham Lincoln. Booker T. Washington often called the father of Black conservatism, was in attendance. And what was really amazing about it is this music was inspiring. It was patriotic. It was written by people who lived through dark experiences, but still dared to hope in the veracity of the American dream and its possibility of being available to everyone. And sometimes this is, a controversial song, but I can't imagine why. As you listen to the lyrics, it is spirit-filled, it is patriotic, and it is a song for all Americans of all races, creeds, colors, and religions. Yes. Lift every voice and sing, till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. It's an amazing, amazing song. Lift every voice and say, facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. And in 2021, we are definitely further than we were any time before it, but there's still some things to do. So remember the music and the lyrics of this wonderful song. Yes. I'll sing it one more time, and hopefully till victory is won.
Thank you, Rachel. That was dope. That was really, really good.
I appreciate it, because the other verses are amazing to try to remember, and I enjoyed them as much as the first verse. But the words of the first verse just bring life to everyone who hears them. And it's not a separation song of any type. It's a song that was truly meant to bring people together.
Yes, it is. Thank you, my sister. I really appreciate it. Thank you for coming to share your gift with us. Rachel Stovall at the slide. Thank you, Rachel. You're awesome.
Right.
You're awesome. All right.